Released on Steam on August 5th, 2016, we have Haven. Developed and published by Clear Calamity Studios, Haven is an RPG developed using Enterbrain's RPG Maker. This isn't the first RPG Maker game I've reviewed, and you can catch the other one here. For transparency, the developer sent me a key to the game for me to review. In Haven, you play as the poet Cleral within his mind. Over the course of the game, Cleral is joined by 3 other denizens of his head, and together they fight against his subconscious for control. The game has a very psychological aspect to it, and adapts a fairly interesting battle system. But is it any good? Find out in The Good. The hand-drawn art style is a good touch. One thing I've never been too keen on with RPG Maker games is the over-reliance on the stock assets or sprite edits of existing assets, and Haven's implementation of having custom assets goes to show the efforts made. While the section of the game does have a snippet of the stock assets, with the menus absolutely reeking of them, it's used in a much more creative way, considering the setting is Cleral's mind. Interaction with objects has been done pretty well. It's a little impressive that for every stump in the game there's different text when you interact with them. Then again, I'm pretty weird and you'd have to be in order to interact with every stump in the game. The game's battle system I thought was a little unique. Cleral and his allies each have a sanity and ink meter. Sanity acts like HP, while ink acts like MP. Alongside a standard attack, Cleral and his allies also possess skills which can use ink or sanity, as well as support skills which can be used to replenish them. Each character has unique abilities which you can use to strategize for the battles ahead, and new skills can be learned in the dictionary upon receiving inkwells throughout the game. As Cleral's allies level up, they also learn skills of their own, as well as having a unique skill or ability that Cleral can spend inkwells on. Allies each have unique personalities and certainly adds to the good aspect of the game. However, with all things good, there's always the bad. The biggest complaint I really have here is that the game is too vague in parts, especially in the story department. Without spoiling too much, we quickly learn that we're in Cleral's mind and that Cleral is insane. But why? Why is he insane? How did all this happen? Is there anything else going on in the world around him? The game leaves a lot of unanswered questions which still left me scratching my head once I'd completed it. Granted, I did come across a side quest that hadn't been implemented into the game yet, so I suspect that there's much more to it, but the game isn't listed as an early access title, giving me the impression that the game I should be playing is a complete game. I felt the game was a little misleading with the no hand-holding element. I found the game essentially guided me to just about everything, even telling me I should save before a certain battle, how to escape battle, though admittedly I never had to, and that to heal I could return to the main hub or Haven while I was out of battle, although it didn't always work. The game also features a couple of frustrating areas which require a lot of trial and error to bypass. One particular area I found required a lot of reloading due to what's happening. Encounter rates seemed to skyrocket in certain areas, with one pretty much standing me up for an encounter each step towards a chest with an inkwell in it. The game's lack of items, while explainable since we're inside someone's mind, does force players to play more strategically and use skills to regenerate sanity and ink. Aside from that, there isn't much else to talk about here, so we'll now move on to the opinion. I can't say I'm a huge fan of RPG Maker games, but don't get me wrong, there has been some good come out of it. I'm looking at you, Corpse Party. I was able to beat the game in a couple of hours, with the only real hurdle being the frustrating areas I mentioned earlier. Story was interesting enough and enjoyable, but still quite vague. I do like the setting and the idea of the game taking place inside the mind, as well as your efforts to try and control yourself, but I feel execution could have been handled a little better. The game certainly has potential, and I think Clear Calamity Studios has done good on it. But hey, keep at it, I think you can certainly improve. So with that, it's time for my rating. I would give Haven a tree stump out of 10. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next Infinite Backlog review.